Walking backwards, possibly into traffic.
I find the word fresh fizz hard to say.
Fresh fish, fuck you, fresh fizz. I can't say it.
I'm not an idiot.
No, you are not an idiot. You might be, but not for not being able to pronounce that.
Fresh fizz soda. It's fresh, it's fizzy.
Go buy soda from the lady who just kind of called me an idiot.
Mr. Tom Kelly's Long Island, Mr. Tom Kelly's neighborhood. This is our Mr. Rogers shot, completely in the moment.
I feel like there was an episode of the Brady Bunch where someone went into the freezer and got trapped and almost died, right?
What'd you do that for?
Do what?
Close the door. It doesn't have a two-way lock.
You mean we're locked in?
I'm getting out. This does not feel safe.
What's a hibiscus?
This is the Laverne Shirley shot.
We're gonna make that dream come true, and we'll do it our way, yes, our way. Make all our dreams come true, and we'll do it our way.
Here I am next to a can of boiling date juice. I've made it.
Oh my God, I am gonna be so burpy later.
Today on the Tom Kelly Show, we are going to talk about my most viral Instagram clip ever. It was me making a joke about Juneteenth while eating soup. Is that the future of this show? Me eating soup, plus my new animated character friend to keep the show a little more positive, inspired by my friend Jana, Starboots. Starboots, nothing but Starboots. Starboots is dancing on the Tom Kelly Show. Also, we'll talk about my trip to Maine. Maybe we'll talk about me attracting sand dollars. Honestly, I don't have a plan for today's show, other than I don't want to edit a better show that I already shot with my friend. You know what? Yeah, how about that? The plan is we're going to just dick around. We're going to F around and find out. Let's start the show.
The Tom Kelly Show. Everybody, I want you to go to the Tom Kelly Show. I want you all to know.
And here we go. Content warning. Spoiler alert. Who wants the podcast today? You are experiencing the Tom Kelly Show. This is the podcast where one stand-up comedian from Long Island gets back to the basics of having fun. In the realm of me having fun today, I say this a lot on the show. The pressure of doing a big show with a clip that goes viral gets so intense that you just are afraid of doing the show. So today we're going to dick around just for the YouTube audience and just for the audio audience. It is June 21st, the longest day of the year. And I want to... I just found out that America bombed a few sites in Iran. And as a guy who once saw the Twin Towers burning with his own eyes, I find that scary as a New Yorker, and I've become that like New Yorker of a certain age. But other than acknowledging that I'm a little nervous, we're going to leave the topic there. Instead, let's talk about something more fun, Juneteenth. Yeah, white guy talking about Juneteenth. That's what America needs to unify us. I made a fun video clip. And again, you guys who have been following me here on the show and following my Instagram, I've been doing a lot of clips on Instagram, 1 to 2 a day, in fact, where a lot of them are about my home region, if not my hometown, of Long Island. And some of them are actually very well produced, intense clips, this, that, and the other thing. What's the one that goes viral? Me eating soup with the caption, I have Juneteenth off, and none of my black friends invited me to a barbecue, so here I am, just eating soup. And it had that Charlie Brown Christmas time song. It was like, Christmas time is here. So you're telling me, though, and it got 6 million views in 24 hours. I want to give a quick shout out to my friend Cecil Riley, who may not listen to the podcast, but Cecil pointed out the difference between Instagram and Facebook is in the comments. a lot of effing racist comments on Facebook. And I want to just clearly say this to Cecil and any of my friends who, are celebrated Juneteenth. A joke. Listen, actually, you know what? I should almost put the whole art piece, the news piece in. Kevin Champney, an artist we've had on the program lately, had a great line about, you put art out there and then the artist doesn't give his opinion on the art. He lets people make the meaning on their own. As a comedian, I have a little bit of trouble with that because I put this clip out. And listen, Juneteenth is a weird holiday. It's an important holiday that, owning my ignorance, frankly, I think between the timing in the school year and, the fact that I'm white, I don't know, it doesn't even celebrate the end of slavery in the United States. It celebrates slavery in Texas ending a year and a half after the Emancipation Proclamation. And it turns out there was still slavery in the continental North America and a Native American tribe. I went down the Juneteenth rabbit hole. So we could argue about whether or not it's a well-timed federal holiday that satisfies the needs of national unity or education. But man, it's something we all should learn a little something about. And again, I've talked about this lately on the show, the difference between Facebook and Instagram. And I want to own this and apologize to Cecil and any of my friends who thought I was ignoring racist remarks on Facebook. When I post a clip, I put it up on Instagram and I obsessively check the Instagram for comments. With Facebook, I kind of forget that I posted it and the clip either does well or it doesn't. Ready? Get ready. Tom's about to burp in 3, 2. There you go. I apologize for that too. Anyway, the Cecil, gave me, he said important stuff to me on text message directly and like a friend. And one of his pieces of advice was hey, Tom, why don't you make a comment saying you stand up against racism? And I'm putting words in Cecil's mouth, but it was something along the lines of that. And then I did that, and then honestly, that became a lightning rod for more racist comments. And I enjoyed the comments better on Instagram, where it was more like being the white kid in the diverse school in high school where I could kind of play the fool. Maybe I was a little off or extra white. And I was kind of the goofball. And there was a lot of African-American people, sort of saying, making fun of me. Tom, it's not a barbecue on Juneteenth. It's a cookout. Tom, are you going to bring a plate? Tom, you can't handle seasoned food. Again, it was just, listen, if we don't make fun of our differences, and again, Juneteenth is the worst marketed holiday in the United States. Honestly, whoever's handling Arbor Day is doing a better job of making everybody feel included. And I'll say this one time quick. For anyone saying there are no white holidays, or holiday celebrating, white heritage, join me on St. Patrick's Day, which has become a month because it's a good drinking holiday. And that's what Juneteenth needs to be. Pride Day, like Pride Day, Pride Weekend has become a month because not just because we want to help gay people out, which we do, and, LGBTQIA plus, blah, 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 but it became a bar holiday. And, and I think the hard part with Juneteenth right now is because we want to be appropriate, we haven't figured out who can be included, who can't be included. I mean, can Tom Kelly even say Juneteenth in a complete sentence without getting canceled? And that's all I have to say about that. And until you have an answer, I'll be just eating my soup. By the way, could that become like my catchphrase? Like, it's kind of like the Kermit meme. I'm just drinking my tea. Now it's going to be, until then, I'm just eating soup. So that's that. Starboots. Did I talk about Starboots at the beginning of the show? Let me do it again. If not, my friend Jana had somebody draw. She went to Starbucks, and the barista drew this star with legs and cowboy boots on her Starbucks cup. And, and Jana shared it on her Instagram. And in my zeal to ever impress my friend Jana Angel in North Carolina, I then took the rough draft from the cup, pumped it into ChatGPT, created a animated logo, and then ran that through Runway, the AI animation program. And now, whenever I'm looking depressing, folks, we're just going to have Starboots dance behind me. Starboots, no one but Starboots. So I'm not going to obsess about making a clippable show today. Like, I always feel like, the show needs one clip that'll go viral. And sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. Actually, and that's the other thing we could learn about that Juneteenth thing. For all the things I've worked on, you're telling me Tom eating soup is the one that goes viral? That's just not fair. That's not fair. Fresh Fizz. Let's talk about the people at Fresh Fizz Soda. Steve Berger and I went on a tour of the Fresh Fizz factory, a low budget mom and pop operation on Long Island, where they're just a nice couple from Cedarhurst, Long Island, selling soda. And honestly, Steve put together for a 1 hour show. We did them more justice making this clip. Now, after an hour and a half at the Fresh Fizz factory, which, by the way, Fresh Fizz soda is fantastic. Fresh Fizz is fantastic. Fresh Fizz, fantastic. Actually, I can say that. It's not as much of the tongue twister as it once was. Anyway, I thought they would give us a hat, a T-shirt, maybe a case or two of soda. We each got a can. But they are great soda. If you see Fresh Fizz in your grocer's free, there we go. If you see Fresh Fizz in your grocer's free, if you see Fresh Fizz in your grocer's freezer, why don't you partake in it? No sugar. It's a good thing. And honestly, they are not paying anything to be on this show. In fact, I just would have loved gas and tolls. Just gas and tolls would have been nice. Another person not on the show. Okay, can I get this to pump into the... Okay, this is going to take a second. Oh, watch Starboots dancing behind me while I look for this clip here. Let's see if I can find this here.
Welcome back to TriCounty. I'm going to head upstairs to the TriCounty Jewelry Exchange. The TriCounty Jewelry Exchange is the largest jewelry exchange on all of Long Island. The TriCounty Jewelry Exchange has more than 30 helpful and professional jewelers that will help you with your jewelry needs. We'll see you soon at TriCounty.
TriCounty Flea Market. It's on Long Island. It's a beaten up flea market. And for those of you who don't know what a flea market is, it's like a mall or a space with independent vendors. And I am fascinated with beaten up landmarks on Long Island. TriCounty Flea Market was at one point a Mays department store, MAY''S. And again, back before, Macy's was around the country or JCPenney was all around the country, every neighborhood had like their mom and pop department stores. I believe Dillard's is one down south. Ross is another one down south. And those even might be discounters rather than department stores. But Macy's, Bloomingdale's, Alexander's, Stearns, and Mays was one. And then Mays at whatever point goes out of business, and they had 3 department stores on Long Island, and whoever owned the company and the real estate turned them into flea markets, one of which was Massapequa's Busy Bee Mall. The other one was the Tri-County Flea Market. And if you go in there, there's still signage for Mays department stores, which I believe closed down in the 1970s. And the only reason I even know what Mays department stores was my old childhood babysitter, Mrs. Dalton, who would probably be 170 if she were alive today, came out to visit us from Brooklyn to Long Island and asked, maybe we could go to Mays. And I think my parents had to tell her, Mays went out of business 30 years ago. Anyway, I went there once, was videotaping with the camera, got kicked out because they didn't know I'm awesome and famous. And Anyway, there's a woman who has a shop there. Her name is Kim. She is TriCounty on Instagram, and she has gone viral. Let's see if I can find this. Where's the duet? Here we go. Hang on. Nope, not that one. So she, I'll play the clip. Ready?
Back to TriCounty. I'm going to head upstairs to the TriCounty Jewelry Exchange. The TriCounty Jewelry Exchange is the largest jewelry exchange on all of Long Island. The TriCounty Jewelry Exchange has more than 30 helpful and professional jewelers that will help you with your jewelry needs. We'll see you soon at TriCounty. Welcome back to TriCounty.
So this was a duet. Like, this clip has gone viral.
Hi, welcome back to TriCounty. I just took the elevator up to the mezzanine level. The mezzanine level is the greatest place to be if you're a baseball fan. Here at Ed's Toes, they have Yankees items and Mets items. Come check these out. And if you're a Mets fan like me, you are going to want this item. It's Pete Alonso, my favorite. So come here to Ed's Toes. And while you're here on the mezzanine, come and check out Izzy's cards and do some baseball trading. So come here to the Tri-County mezzanine. We'll see you soon here at Tri-County.
First, I love this woman, Kim. She is me. Honestly, she is me. She is human. Like, if you watch the clip slowly on the right, she's trying to be all showbiz, and she's very imperfect. She stumbles a bit on the escalator. How often do I stutter, stammer, whatever? And anyway, the clip of her going, she goes up and down, Tri-County. That was a duet with Casey Musgraves, who I believe has been on American Idol, and she's a famous singer, blah, blah, blah. But anyway, I want to do a bit with her where she just says, come to Tri-County. After I say this, are you looking for baseball cards? Come to Tri-County. And then she'll do, are you looking for napkins and paper towels? Come to Tri-County. Are you looking for a gift for mom and dad?
Welcome back to Tri-County.
Come to Tri-County. Are you looking for a used bra for your nana?
Welcome back to Tri-County.
Are you looking for your birth parents?
Welcome back to Tri-County.
Are you looking for an engagement ring for your fiance?
Welcome back to Tri-County.
Are you looking for a baseball bat to get child support payments out of your ex-husband?
Welcome back to Tri-County.
Are you looking for classic CDs?
Welcome back to Tri-County.
Are you looking for D's nuts?
Welcome back to Tri-County.
Are you looking for fresh pickles from Pickle Lady?
Welcome back to Tri-County.
Are you looking for hot pretzels from Not Just Pretzels?
Welcome back to Tri-County.
Are you looking for vintage comic book?
Welcome back to Tri-County.
Are you looking for pictures of your neighbor's feet from their OnlyFans page?
Welcome back to Tri-County.
Are you looking for a wallet the size of a Chevy Tahoe?
Welcome back to Tri-County.
Are you looking to watch a cockfight with angry roosters?
Welcome back to Tri-County.
Anyway, I love Kim from Tri-County. She has a booth on the second floor. Go to Tri-County and see her, and maybe Kim will invite me for a tour of Tri-County. Kim, again, I think you embody what Long Island and mom and pop shopping is all about. I'm a fan. Please invite me to come see you and visit you and hang out with you and adopt me. There you go. Oh, we're getting towards the end of the show, but we're not quite there. I promised you a story. By the way, is Starboots still dancing? There we go. Star boots. Nothing but star boots. All right. I'm going to end with a more sentimental or serious story, if that's okay. So I went to Maine. Quick thank to Charlie Jaquillard, Alira Jaquillard, and Chris and Michelle Delenick for each showing me a good time. I kind of did the trip a little bit differently. I went up to Bar Harbor, Maine, and Augusta, Maine, and Camden, Maine first. And all I'm going to say is normally the expensive towns of Camden and Bar Harbor are cheaper because of politics with Canada, okay? Apparently, Canadians don't want to visit America if we're talking about making them a 51st state. That may mean disaster on the world politics stage, but savings for us people. savings for us. Now, I am trying to get my energy back. When I go to Higgins Beach, when I go to Portland, Maine, like, listen, it's my 6th summer since my career at ABC fell apart. And it's my 6th summer that I've been going up to Maine looking for answers on the beach, and I don't have them. Or I go up there now to reset my energy and to spend time with friends and to enjoy the beach and to get time alone. And, me, I've been reading books about, the manifesting and, life management and getting your energy going. And one thing I kind of got into was lowering my standards and goals for a bit. And I said, you know what? If I can get my energy right, I will manifest a sand dollar on my walk on the beach. I'm good and they're hard to find up there. And my friend Chris says, you're never going to have it. I'm like, Chris, I'm going to attract. I'm not even going to find. I'm going to attract a sand dollar. And you guys have seen the footage before. I go for a mile down to the point, a mile back. I do that for a day. And then I would say on my second walk, I find nothing on the beach, but I'm not looking either. I'm just kind of, I'll attract it. I get up to Ocean Avenue, which is where the Higgins Beach Inn is, and I see on not quite a bench, but it's a granite like safety barrier. I see a little sand dollar. Now, I said I was going to attract a sand dollar. I thought I would attract it on the beach. I thought I would attract a big sand dollar. And I had this moment, this revelation that, I got what I wanted. I just didn't get it the way that I wanted to get it or that I thought I would get it. And, and again, I've said this before on the podcast. One of my big problems with my life is managing my blessings. Family's an hour away on Long Island. The beach is on Long Island. Stand-ups over here. My nice apartment's over here, blah, blah, blah. My problem is juggling my blessings. And I kind of thought about what if that applies to all of us in life. I would later, after attracting my little sand dollar, I attracted a bigger sand dollar. And again, sand is now coming out of the sand dollar and going onto my laptop. So I did not mean to attract that. But anyway, I do believe this. What if, how often in life do we find what we want, but we refuse to accept we found what we wanted because we did not get what we wanted in the way we thought we would get what we wanted? So I hope my challenge for as a man who is, I renewed the lease purely because Winterbrook the psychic said my career is going to pick up in August, even though my lease expired July 31st. The rent went up a lot more than I wanted it to this year. But I renewed the lease because I have an astrologer and a psychic have said things will pick up for me in August. And you know what? Maybe I have to be open to the idea that things will pick up for me, but maybe not in the way that I think they would pick up for me. Anyway, there's your life lesson. Let's do a quick magic mirror. Who are we going to shout out on the magic mirror today? I see my friend Jana, who gave me Starboots. I see Andrew, who actually, I see Alex, who said, "You're really hot, man," in the DMs. I see Brad. I actually got a lot of affection from gay men this week. Thank you. Rare. I see you. I also see my old favorites. I see Marianne. I see Judy in Reno. I see Franklin managing his dojo, doing well with his dojo. I see Charlie up in Maine. I see Brian, who gave me great advice on going to Bar Harbor. You know what else? Actually, just one other funny one. Talking about Bar Harbor, I matched with a woman on Bumble, and Brian gave me advice to go to Bar Harbor, and I'm talking to this woman from Portland on Bumble, And she said, Tom, you should go to Bar Harbor, and I'm going to come to your stand-up show when you get back to Portland. She did not come to my show in Portland, and I kept looking at a woman going, is that her? Is that her? I think that's her. I think that's her. And if it was her, I don't think it was her. Then I wrote her a note saying, hey, was that you at the show? Because I'm getting neurotic. And she wrote back saying, no, I was tired from work. Anyway, I Googled her. She's like a lobster heiress for a major lobster company. So I got ghosted by a lobster heiress. And I love me a story. Getting ghosted hurts my feelings, but getting ghosted by a lobster heiress sounds a lot more fun. Yeah, there's that story. And then, while I'm looking at this, when I was up in Augusta, I stopped at the Chocolate and Witchcraft Shop on the Main Strip in downtown historic Augusta, Maine, and got myself a rose quartz rock to attract love. So if it's not the lobster heiress, who's the lucky lady? Is it Starboots? Nothing but Starboots. Anyway, but the funny part about the chocolate/magic shop is the chocolate is in the back behind the magic shop. And when I say magic, I mean like witchcraft shop. So it's kind of like you have to go past the witchcraft to get to the devil chocolate. There's a joke there. I just can't find it. And you know what? That's about it. The laptop's at low battery. So you know who else is at low battery? This guy. Comment where you can comment. Show love where love can be shown. And until next time, good night, Starboots. Starboots. No one but Starboots. Starboots is dancing on the green screen.